What up? What up, YouTube? Today I'm going to show you some tips for working with the toughest tile kit, and this is to repaint your tub or the tile surrounding your tub. And this comes with 1 can of the actual paint or epoxy, 1 packet of the surface cleaner, 2 pads of steel wool to clean, and a pack of gloves. Alright guys, oh my god, it is hot today. Oklahoma muggy weather. It is summer officially. I got my iced coffee. Well, I don't have any more. But today I'm going to give you my top 5 tips for toughest tile. Recently used this stuff for the 2nd time over at the project house, and I wanted to share a couple little tips with you. Let's get started. Number 5. Make sure you got proper ventilation. Make sure you're wearing a mask. This is alright. This is what I use just because it was hot. This is better. Make sure you're wearing one of these the whole time. This stuff stinks. This stuff is epoxy. It's really bad for you to breathe in. So make sure you got one of these on your face.
You don't want Towley around? That's right. So am I to understand that there's been a Towley ban?
Number 2. Oh, actually, this is still number 1. Fans. Make sure you put some fans. Normally what we do is I'll open up windows and I'll put a fan at the window and have it pointing out to suck out all the fumes. Open as many doors as you can. Don't paint this unless you have at least 4 or 5 hours where you don't have to be in your house, preferably a whole day, maybe even a weekend. This stuff is just really strong. A lot of fumes after you paint it, and you have to let it cure for, I believe, 72 hours. Actually, you have to let it cure for 48 hours. My bad. Minimum, but 72 would be better. But make sure you're not breathing this stuff in. You will get high. And you will regret it later. You'll get a headache. So, number 4. Use disposable tools, disposable equipment. I have disposable tray here. This is just a trash roller. This is a 6-inch with a 1/4-inch snap, I believe. And this will work, but if you can get a 4-inch, even better. And then use a sponge brush like the one right here. That way when you're done, everything dries up. You put it out in the sun, let it dry, throw it out, get rid of it. Yeah, you don't really want to be washing this stuff. Gloves, same thing. Wrap them up, throw them in there, throw them in the trash. You don't want this stuff inside. Put it outside in the sun, let it dry, and then just throw it all away. You don't want to try to be washing this. It's even worse than oil-based paint to mess with. So I just put it out in the sun, let it dry, and throw it in the trash after. Alright guys, number 3, make sure you work from the top down. If you're doing the tile around it, start at the very top, work your way down. That's going to be the easiest way to, if you're doing the surround, you have to get up there, reach it, work your way down. And if you're just doing the tub, still you have to reach over. You have to maybe put your hand in the tub to reach across or something, your foot to get in there into the corners. So make sure you work from the top down and from the outside to in is what I did. Alright, and tip number 2 is, actually this is actually number 2. Alright, tip number 2 is light coats. Make sure you're doing light coats. The first one is going to look horrible. It's going to look like you can still see everything. The stuff isn't going to cover anything, but you're going to have to do multiple coats. So make sure that they're very light so you don't get a lot of drips. You'll have to kind of keep an eye on it. It's a little bit watery, so you got to keep coming back. I came back like every 5-10 minutes to the first half hour to check and make sure I didn't have any drips, and if I did, I kind of just ran the roller over it again. And that leads into number 1, which is do 3 coats minimum, guys. I did 2 the first time and it looked good, and then our tub got a little bit dirty while we were working at the project house, and I came back and did another coat, and I was really glad I came back and did that 3rd coat because it covered everything completely and it made everything look even whiter. So make sure you do 3 coats minimum is what I would recommend. If you want to do maybe 1 more, 2 more, I think that would work depending on the color that you have. I know we had white on the tub, so it wasn't as bad, it was just dirty. But if you have one of these older tiles or older tubs that are pink or yellow or green or something, then yeah, you definitely want to do 3 or 4 coats just to cover that color all the way. All right, it says, see these before and afters here. So it looks pretty good. It says refresh and restore instead of replacing your tub, sink, or tile. So this also works for sinks, guys. I've never actually done a sink with this, but it also works for sink. Alright guys, thanks for watching. These were the 5 tips for the toughest tile kit. If you haven't seen the video, I have one where I actually painted a tub with this, and it is up right here. Check it out, guys. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. And if you have any other tips, if you've done this before, let me know down below in the comments. And if you like the video, please hit that like, that subscribe down below, guys. See you guys next week.